Don't review the books you read? Well, maybe you just want to read the book and then move on, or maybe you just can't be bothered. In which case, that's fair. But I'm going to tell you why you should seriously consider reviewing books, and if by the end of this video you're still not convinced, well then you do you, friend. So let's see if I can convince you. My first argument is going to appeal to your love of finding a really good book. I know you love finding a good book. When reading, you can just enjoy the story, sure. But if you take the time to write notes while you go, then turn those notes into a review, you'll start to understand what you do and don't like within the book in a much clearer way. Sure, you can think about these things once you're done, but you know as well as I do that when you finish a book, all you really remember is the overarching story and how it made you feel. What about the characters, the perspective it was in, or the style of writing? You get all this first-hand information while you make your notes while reading, and then turn it into a beautiful few little paragraphs of a review. But you're probably wondering, why does this help me find better books? Well, using this more detailed information when searching for books, especially on platforms like the Storygraph, you can see which books contain similar things to the things that you like. Finding books is now a whole lot easier. This next one is going to appeal to the slow readers, the crafters, and the intentional among us. Reviewing a book is the perfect way to make your reading experience last longer. Let's say you just finished a book and you adored it, and now it's your personality. You know you've done this. You don't want to let the story go yet, and you may even have the post-book blues. Well, by writing a review, you'll give yourself the time to reflect on what you loved within the story. You can think about the characters, the themes, and how it made you feel. Essentially, you can make that feeling last. And if you're the creative type, you can even turn this review into a scrapbook page or add it to a journal so you can see your reading progress over a longer period of time. I feel relaxed just thinking about it. Oh, and if you're the type of person who loves to talk to others about the books that you read, reviews are perfect for that too. Especially if you like to post them on social media or on online forums, spoiler-free of course. This one is personal to me because there's nothing better than posting a review and then having a good chat with a fellow book lover about the ins and outs of what we both loved about the book. If you don't post your review, it's much harder to have or even start these kinds of conversations. This is like a gateway to finding new book friends. Okay, so let's say you're not interested in doing it for yourself, but how about doing it for others, perhaps other readers? Honestly, this is what book reviews are really all about helping other readers figure out if a book will be right for them or not. Without your review, a potential reader might miss out on vital content warnings you have to share, or your insight on the story's pacing or length, or even just a few sentences that can convince them to read a book. Better yet, if you have any kind of social media account, posting your review there can significantly increase its visibility to other readers. So if you have a book that you absolutely adore and you want more people to read, go write reviews and post them somewhere. Now I'm going to appeal to the book lover and the author lover in you, because without authors, we have no books. If you write reviews, you're helping authors. The publishing world is not easy to navigate, but we all know that reviews have one of the biggest impacts when it comes to us picking a book we're gonna read. After all, if you're torn between a book that has a 3.5 star rating and one that has a 4.5 star rating, you know which book you're going to pick. It's gonna be this one. Reviews, especially for lesser known authors, have a huge impact on their book sales. More reviews can lead to higher rankings in search results, making the book more discoverable for potential readers. More reviews build trust and credibility with potential readers, giving them the nudge they might need to give that book a go. After all, there's nothing like the validation of a huge number of other readers to make you want to read a book. This is even more powerful for indie authors who may not have the resources of large publishing houses. Reviews for them are critical. So by writing yours, you're giving them a fighting chance to compete. Now let's say you're a writer yourself. Reviews, even if they're kept to yourself, are extremely valuable. If you take notes while you read and transfer those notes into a review, you'll be able to critically look at what you liked and didn't like in a book. I know it sounds really obvious, but this kind of stuff can really be used to inform your writing. You may not enjoy certain tropes, type of sentence structure, or even something a character did you didn't enjoy. By writing these things down, you'll know how to avoid them in your own writing. You may love the way certain scenes were described, how the plot was developed, or the small details of a room. Again, by writing these down, you'll gain inspiration for your own writing. Without doing this, you just might not pick up on these things. Have I convinced you to write book reviews? Let me know in the comments. Already write book reviews? Let me know why you love it in the comments too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.